Dr. Proci, I present Dr. Carin Guarasci for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Trustees Steve Aiello and Maureen Robinson will assist with placing the hood on the shoulders of Carin Guarasci. Gracious, supportive, generous, stylish, and stately, Dr. Carin Guarasci has been a cornerstone of the Wagner community for 22 years. Over those 22 years, in fact, for many years before that, Carin Guarasci has been at her husband's side, resolute and supportive. And yet, quite remarkably, over all those years, Carin Guarasci has also forged a very impressive career of her own as an educator and as a professor. She is indeed equal to many, but second to none. Although receiving her BA degree from Fordham University in the area of early childhood and elementary education, Carin Guarasci went on to earn no less than 3 master's degrees in various areas of education, counseling, and administration. Then, culminating her formal education, Carin Guarasci received her doctorate from the Teachers College at Columbia University in 2017. With more than 35 years of experience as a teacher and administrator, Dr. Guarasci dedicates herself to inspiring, educating, and supporting children at risk, and to mentoring new teachers. She has served as a New York State principal, a region-wide special education administrator, as well as a facilitator in the Teachers College at Columbia. Dr. Carin Guarasci is a Wagner College professor and most notably the creator of a mentoring and professional development program for those just entering the teaching profession entitled New Educators at Wagner, or NEW. Inspired by data showing that nearly 50% of all new teachers actually leave the field within the first 5 years, Dr. Guarasci created the NEW program to mentor and nurture the community's new teachers. Since NEW was established in 2009, the percentage of its graduates leaving the teaching profession has been reduced from 50 to about 10%. It was, in fact, research focused on results of the Wagner program that earned Carin her doctorate in education from Columbia University. In addition to her commitment to the NEW program, Dr. Guarasci has shared her time and talents with various community organizations serving on the boards of Notre Dame Academy and the New World Prep Charter School. She has, in fact, received many community awards since moving to Staten Island, including the Les Troutman Memorial Award for Outstanding Contribution to the People of Staten Island. Notably also in 2014, the New York State Senate at a ceremony in Albany named Carin a, quote, woman of distinction. And in 2016, the Greater New York region of the National Organization of Italian American Women honored her as one of 3 outstanding wise women who have excelled in their respective professional fields. And although it has won her no honors, no citations, or public accolades, one of Carin Guarasci's most notable contributions to the Wagner community has been her unfailing, unflappable support of the college's fundraising endeavors. The deep and enduring relationships that Carin has formed with benefactors, alumni, and friends of the college are impossible to measure. And so, it should be noted that although Richard Guarasci now stands as our longest-serving president, Dr. Carin Guarasci will always be the First Lady of Wagner College. And so, as she prepares to leave her beloved Grimes Hill and continue her career of scholarship, leadership, and service, it is indeed our great pleasure and privilege to recognize Dr. Carin Guarasci by granting her the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
You did a beautiful job.
Thank you.
Of course we did.
Thank
Let me get this mic in the right place. With the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Wagner College and the laws of the state of New York, I hereby confer upon you, Carin Guarasci, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, and thereby declare that your name forever be inscribed, and let me repeat that, forever be inscribed on the roll of Wagner College's most esteemed alumni.
you. Take a picture.
I should get here too, by the way. There we go. Thank you.
Okay. How could you not love this school? There are so many wonderful people here. Thank you, Dr. Warren Proce, Wagner College trustees, faculty, staff, students, family, and friends. I am so honored to receive this degree from Wagner College and join the ranks of its esteemed alumni. I count myself lucky to have spent the last 22 years of my life with Richard at Wagner. I love so many people connected to this wonderful school. I am impressed with the many people who created a school culture where courage is more prized than comfort. I am inspired by the potential of the young adults I mentored as director of the new educators at Wagner College. Wagner College graduates are smart and caring. They possess the courage to lead a meaningful life, visiting the Hawk's Nest, talking with students at our home, applauding you on stage, joining you at your athletic events, and participating in your academic celebrations gave me the opportunity to know you a little better. My travels locally, nationally, and internationally allowed me to build stronger relationships with many alumni. These experiences reveal what a wonderful world Wagner graduates have the spirit to create. At Wagner, students receive a solid educational foundation. You grow in your emotional intelligence, your resilience, your grit. You learn about yourselves and your feelings. You learn the importance of personal happiness, of creating dreams, and never settling for anything less than fulfilling those dreams. Graduating today is Aman Metwali. Aman was the undergraduate speaker at last year's commencement ceremony. Aman is reaching her academic goals and overcoming challenges by writing her master's thesis on the role of mentoring of first-year teachers. Aman came to me for assistance in conducting her research and writing her master's thesis. She was smart enough to first read my entire doctoral dissertation I wrote at Columbia University on this very topic. Doing this enabled Aman and I to engage in a substantive, enjoyable conversation where I witnessed Aman's determination to excel as an early childhood teacher. I was grateful for this experience. In the time I have spent with you, I have noticed how Wagner students become more sensitive to the feelings of others. You learn to bring out the best in your friends and classmates. These gifts will serve you well in your lives and your careers. Wagner College students are proactive. You have faced many challenges during your studies. With mentoring and coaching from your professors, friends, and others who have helped you. You've overcome these stumbling blocks, arriving at effective solutions. The story of 2 Wagner graduates and current new educated at Wagner participants stand out. Ashley and Alessandra DeMeo teach children with mental health histories. Both invite children's parents into their classroom during the day and after school so the parents can learn what their children are learning. Research indicates that personal involvement is often missing ingredient in children's success. Allie and Ashley's efforts value their students' parents as their first crucial teachers. Wagner students also have grit, staying focused on accomplishing their goals, as evidenced by your presence here today. One example is Natalie Caton, an outstanding water polo player who lost her home in the California fires last November, but returned to complete her studies in English literature. We happily celebrate Natalie's graduation today, along with all of yours. After Richard and I leave Wagner, I know that we will continue to be touched by the memories of the wonderful experiences we have had here and of the wonderful people with whom we have spent time. And in the future, when we serendipitously encounter Wagner graduates working in hospitals, schools, businesses, and other professions, we will treasure these experiences too. Not long ago, my son, Patrick, asked me, "How do we know we have lived a meaningful life?" I replied, "You won't know until you are much older and look back on your life, but you must set out to try." I am old enough now to reflect on my life at Wagner and can, without any doubt, say that my life here has been a life well lived. And I hope that many years from now, you too will feel that you have achieved a life well lived and that your courageous path toward that life began with the steps you took here at Wagner College. For these reasons and many more, I know that whenever I hear our alma mater from now on, I will smile appreciatively, especially at the last 2 lines, for Wagner will forever be deep in our memory. Thank you.